happened before. Whatever. Hopefully this all got sorted out, I hope. I honestly have never had that happen before. But anyway, it looks like we got the stream all good. I see the stream up there. I'll put that back in the chat. There we go. And I have heard that there is no formation lap, so if I get a break in the action, I'll try to get through the championship standings as quickly as possible. But anyway, we're just getting ready for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa. And yep, we got 5 red lights here for the Belgian Grand Prix. And we are underway here at Spa. It's a nice start from Flex. And looks like he'll be leading the field heading to turn 1. And so did CJ in the Alpine. He's on the inside of the Alpha Tower Finch. He's now ahead of him into second place as the cars now make their way up towards Eau Rouge and Radion. So far, everyone getting through. Very nicely done as they make their way up the hill. CJ got a great launch. And now he's going to try to see if he can get Flex. Now heading up towards the Kimmel Straight. What on earth is that rubbish camera angle? Actually, I'll use Flexes if I can. CJ trying to look for something, can't find anything there as they make their way towards the comb. Very nicely done. Single file, no shenanigans going through. Aussie going wide though, that's allowed K-Money to get through. He's up into 9th place, our current championship leader. Now looking to fight against Mighty Wombat in the Red Bulls and make their way around Rivage. So far, majority from what I could see, all on the medium compact tires. As oh, here, K-Money is ghosted for me on my screen. As they make their way up towards Pouron. Money right behind Mighty Wombat, who is on the hard compound tire. Finch, J-Dog, and Kush are also on the hard compound tire in 3rd, 4th, and 5th place as they make their way through the second chicane. So far, everyone getting through relatively unscathed. Nothing. So far, nothing too bad. It actually looks like everyone's gone through relatively good. Very good start by all the drivers. No incidents, apart from the only incident I saw was just Aussie going wide. That was literally about it. As we make our way towards the fast left-hander, Blanchimont, up towards now the bus stop chicane. Bevo is closing on Chris. He's looking to the outside of the bus stop chicane. He'll have the inside line if he can, but it looks like Chris cuts him off. Oh, but he makes contact with the Aston Martin as they make their way out the exit of the bus stop chicane. Flexo setting the fast lap course to say it's the first lap, 49.5. K-Money looking for a move on Mighty Wombat. He's looking to the outside. Can he find the traction though at the exit of La Source? Making their way down the old pitch straight. Here he comes. They're side by side, heading up towards. Oh, Mighty Wombat backs out of that. Wisely backs out. I think Money had a little bit of momentum. Money now moves up into 8th place. Fair credit as well since he is on the medium tire. Bevo trying to shake off Money. Make your way to the column. Of course, he's not close enough. No DRS enabled until the end of this lap. Flex offset. Right now, he's just holding on. 8.5 gap between himself and CJ. Goldfinch behind in 3rd as Money now overtaking Bevo at Rivage for 7th place. So far, after I'm guessing what happened, he might have crashed out. Obviously, I wasn't here for the initial part of qualifying. But yeah, I noticed he didn't do a time on the board. But yeah, so far he is making a charge. He's all the way up to 7th. Now he's got Chris in his sights, and he is lagging for me. And apparently there's a new driver I have not seen before, El Greco. I don't know who he is. Apparently it's some of the other drivers I saw in the Discord chat. Didn't even know who on earth he was. Here we go, up towards now Blanchimont. K-Money with the slipstream. He's looking to get past this Aston Martin as quickly as he can. And up towards the bus stop chicane. Looking to the outside, using a bit of battery. Has the outside line. Chris trying to cover him off. He can't really do so. That leaves the door open for him to get through. Bevo nearly got through, but he didn't have the momentum to get past. As CJ sets a new fastest lap. Flex and CJ are separate by 6.5 tenths as they now make their way towards Eau Rouge and Radion. It looks like they left Goldfish a bit into the dust. He's about 1.4 seconds behind CJ in the LP. Here we go, DRS open, but it doesn't look like CJ has the longer legs to get close. Flex just seems like he managed to hold off by at least a couple of tenths. Kush, meanwhile, overtaking J-Dog down the inside, or I think that was the outside he overtook him. Of course, I couldn't tell from that stupid angle. Mighty Wombat overtaking. Oh, and a spin for Bevo at the exit at the chicane, and I think he might put it into the wall there. Mighty Wombat overtook Chris, and then around goes Bevo in the Williams. All the way around down to 15th. As El Greco now gets a 3-second time penalty. That's the first 3-second time penalty of the race. That is a common thing you can't see around Spa sometimes. Back end money down the inside of J-Dog. He gets through into the second chicane, into 5th place. Nicely done there at turns 11 and 12. Now heading up towards... Actually, I said before it was 20 cores. It was 18 cores around this racetrack. One of them I talked about. As Bitham has joined the session and left. I don't think that's a... Oh, well, that's a driver I'm familiar with, but I don't know why he's not in the server. Aussie, though, speaking of which, Aussie is a spin. That was at the exit of the middle sector. He's used all the curb, and into the wall he goes. Yet again. Oh, dear. Yeah, he spun at turn 15 around Stavolo, and then, yeah, the car just went. And then it went again as he hit the curbs. Chris and Tinselman battling out at La Source. We're on lap 422 here in Spa. With the majority of them on the medium tire, I expect a few of them going the hard tire probably at the end of lap 9 or 10. I think it's the pit window. Oh, and back end money has spun it at the exit of Radion. Goodness me, my words getting mixed up. Our championship leader has lost it at the exit of Radion. He's all the way down to 12. Mighty Wombat, meanwhile, overtaking J-Dog at Lecombe. Very nicely done there from the Red Bull driver. Up into the top 5. Chris has now got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now, current championship leader not having the greatest of starts there. And he's, Ion Chris, who's also got a 3-second penalty, is battling Tinselman. Tinselman around the outside, no name. Very nicely done there by the Alpine driver. A little bit of a bunch up. Chris is, he's kind of holding the cars up a bit. Here comes Chips, or whatever you want to call him. Trying to hang around the outside. There's there's Doggy in the Haas. He backs out of it wisely. He knew it wasn't really a move to commit there. He didn't have the overlap. So very smart driving there by the Haas driver, but yeah, some unfortunate scenes there for Bevo, Aussie, and K-Money. As Danny Rick has now left the session. Oh yeah, that's right, he was having some issues. I remember. Yeah, hopefully you don't mind me doing your job just for temporarily for tonight, Danny. Meanwhile, oh, gentlemen, what's happened? Exit of the bus stop at turn 18. He's lost it. Apparently, he's down now to 11th. As Piero Ozzy now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Put up the telemetry up, because why not? Let's see here. CJ still got DRS, but he doesn't have much battery compared to Flex, who has 54%. So he's doing a very good job there as K-Money gets a 3-second time penalty. Actually, did he join late as well? Because I've noticed the helmet looks a bit different. Oh, I think it was in the Ricardo helmet or something. It looked like it to me, but I don't think it is. It might be his own custom helmet. Still looks cool, though. Let's see, top 2 right now is CJ and Flex. There's Goldfinch in the AlphaTauri currently. Is sitting in a little bit of a lonely 3rd. That's Kush and Mighty Wombat. Wombat's closing in as Tinselman gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's now our 4th driver that's now got a 3-second time penalty added on to his name. Mighty Wombat making his way around the second chicane. And same with his teammate. Right now they're saying a nice 4th and 5th. Not a bad race so far for Red Bull. Doing everything they can just to hang on at least for a little bit. Mighty Wombat though will try to close in on Kush. Making their way up towards the bus stop chicane. 9 tenths of the gap right now between... Oh, hang on. That's very sprinkle. Oh, Kush! Oh, dearie me! Nearly losing the back end there at the bus stop chicane. He's lost now a significant amount of time to Flex. He's lost about maybe 3 or 4 tenths Mighty Wombat's coming to the pits. Same with J-Dog and Ships. And also Tinselman. They're all coming in. Okay, I thought they would come in a little sooner than that. Or later than that, but there you go. Purple's coming in. Intermediate. Is it raining? Is it raining? I can't really see. They must be going to intermediate conditions, I guess. I just can't see any raindrops. Oh, there it is now. Yep, I see it in the camera lens. DRS is now disabled. Wow, that changed quickly. Yeah, I couldn't see it from the, I couldn't tell from the, at all. Like, I just didn't see any of the drops until, like, now. Oh, gotta be careful there, Mighty Wombat. My goodness. Yeah, that Yo Rouge and Radion is definitely not a friendly corner in these sort of conditions. You gotta be very, very careful. So right now, he is the current leading intermediate runner. Then it's J-Dog Ships, I don't know. Goodness me. Then it's Tinselman, Bevo, and Purple. They're on the intermediate tires, but the top 8 right now have yet to pit onto the off of those medium tires and onto a set of intermediates. It might have benefited more for anyone that was on the mediums. Of course, with the medium tire, you get the better grip, obviously. Yeah, compared to the hard tire, which I find in this game a little bit difficult. Oh, Mighty Wombat really struggling a little bit. I'm guessing his setup is not really, doesn't seem too suited. Oh, and a spinning Haas there. That's Junkyard. Junkyard Doggy there. I forgot they always call him Doggy. Oh dear. Near the entrance of Stavilo, there's Mighty Wombat. He's coming around. Oh, hello, Mighty Wombat. How are you doing? As Flex comes in, everyone is coming in. Yep, everyone's coming into the pits to get off of those mediums or whatever dry compound they're onto a set of intermediates. There's the Alpine in as well. That's CJ that was coming in. Flex is out of the pits, onto a set of inters. CJ also onto a set of inters. Finchy also onto a set of inters. Yep, everyone's in. Now, where is Mighty Wombat? He's coming towards La Source. He's a long, long way from Flex. He's not going to get him here, but he will get 4th. He will get 4th. Very nicely done there. Get on the ball there early once the rain came. J-Dog's now up to 5th, and Tinselman up to 6th, even after making that mistake there at the bus stop about 3 laps ago. He's up into 6th place. Then it's Ships, Kush, Chris, and Bevo. Right now it's your top 10. Money is right now in 11th. That's Purple. Yellow flags are out. That is Aussie. Spinning out yet again at Stavilo. And if I remember correctly, the top 15 do score points, so pretty much essentially everyone does score something out of this whole thing. Oh, Tinselman's out! He's crashed out! That is at the exit of the chicane, and we've got a safety car. We have now got a full course safety car that has now been deployed. Tinselman has crashed out at the exit of the chicane and he is out of the race. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that now bunches the field back up. It will bunch the field back up. Yeah, of course with Spa, it is a very, very long lap around Spa, obviously. Considering that it's over 7 kilometers long, so yeah, we're going to have the safety car for quite some time. Especially the fact that we're in these intermediate conditions. I don't know if it'll last the entire race. I was never given a weather report, but of course I was here last minute, so it's understandable why I don't really have that sort of information. Alright, so I guess while I'm at it, may as well go ahead and get over the standings. So, since I never got to do it during the qualifying, it's currently, as it stands, Money, like I mentioned, is in the lead with 295 points. Then following that is Flex with 229 points. He is about 66 points behind K-Money. So essentially, I think we've got about, what, a couple more races after this? So really, K-Money, what he would have to do if he were to steal the championship is to obviously outscore Flex, I think by about 25 points, as JBH has now joined the session. Unfortunately, a little bit too late there, JBH. Yeah, so in fourth currently is Tinselman with 160 points, followed by Mighty Wombat in fifth with 158. Then it is Karma in sixth with 132. Then it's Oscar, P.R.O. Oscar in seventh with 117. In eighth is JBH, who just joined. He's about 100, has 107 points. In ninth is Drivers Academy. I don't know why it has that on the standings. I'm guessing it's a free seat. It's 107 points for that. And then it's Kush at 10th with 99 points. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Alfa Romeo that are leading with 427 points. And it's following that, McLaren are in second with 294. 133 points separating the top two. So I'm gonna guess, I don't think Alfa Romeo would claim the championship then tonight. So it probably will have to carry on to the next round at Spain. In third is AlphaTauri with 272. Then it's Alpine in fourth with 259. Red Bull in fifth with 249. Aston Martin are in sixth with 224. Mercedes are in seventh with 107 points. Then it's Ferrari in eighth with 94. Haas are in ninth with 26. And then finally it's Williams rounding off the rest of the field. Cool. Now that we got that out of the way, we can have fully focused on the race. But actually, were there any incidents that I need to go over? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, Derek and Helbet, if you are watching, yes, I did drop out. I noticed I'm talking about this with the Discord. Yeah, because apparently there was a issue I had with the app. Actually, it wasn't my stream; it was the app. For whatever reason, it crashed on me. So, yeah, that's unfortunately what happens. But we're back and we're up and running, which is good-ish. It's gonna be a while though because we got the safety car out. Aussie though is a long way behind. He's carrying the source while the rest of the field is coming through the comb. Yeah, unlucky there for Tinselman though, crashing out at the chicane. Alright, turn 8. That was not very healthy indeed for the Alpine driver whatsoever. Yeah, that corner there can be quite nasty for sure if you are not careful. And also, with Flex, I noticed you have the number 2. Unfortunately, that number isn't going to be around anymore. Because Logan Sargent, who just signed with Williams over the past week, will be having the number 2. So, if anyone has the number 2, well, that's long gone. So I'm probably going to guess the first number we'll have once 23 comes out, or 2023, whatever it'll be titled. Probably the first number we'll have is number 3. Which, of course, is Daniel Ricciardo's number, but he's not on the grid. He's on as a Red Bull third driver or reserve driver. Alright, so Flex is just weaving about trying to get some temp into his tires. You don't want them too cool, otherwise you will be losing a bit of grip. Aussie, though, looks like he has caught up to the field, I think, but I'm hoping that doesn't cause a late safety car to come in. Oh, hello! Who's that taking off the boards? That was Greco, I think, in the Mercedes. Might have taken off the braking boards. It looks like we are, yep, we're gonna go for another lap. Alright, good. At least we're not gonna have that shenanigans where the safety car comes in very late. If that happened, then Flex would have to have a short amount of time just to bunch up the field. As now Greco goes into the pit line. So I'm guessing what happens is that he made a mistake. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty too for his troubles. So he probably just hit the wall there at the right side barrier. Probably done what Ozzy did a couple of times, just losing the back end, or just losing in general at turn 15. That's not 11. But he's on the front wing, but unfortunately he's got a 5-second penalty. That was because of speeding the pits. So that now adds on to 8 seconds worth of time penalties to his name. Right. But yeah, so we gotta wait until El Greco gets back, and then we'll get back under racing conditions. The rain doesn't seem like it's getting worse. It seems like it's staying the way it is. So unless it does get worse and we have to go to the wets, then it will make the race a little bit more interesting. Of course, with these sort of races, when you have the intermediate conditions or wet weather conditions involved, it does play out with strategy-wise. So if it does end up being that case, and we could see something like that happen tonight, but we'll see. As now El Greco has caught up, so he is now on the back of this queue, and we'll get going very. Ooh, hello there, Flex. Road's there, buddy. Not on the right side of the not the right side. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe the rain will start to get progressively worse. I have noticed that it's starting to get a bit more damp around here. Safety car is coming in the slap, so now Flex will control the field. He'll go whenever he wants to. Because the safety car will have a long way to get back to the pit lane. Bye-bye, safety car. So now we'll just wait for Flex just to get going whenever he wants. It doesn't look like he's gonna be holding the field up much. Like he's trying to get on it from the way it looks. Or maybe he'll go at the bus stop chicane. I have seen drivers do that before, where they go when the safety car goes in and then just go right before you get to the bus stop. And I don't think that's the case. Oh, nope, never mind, it is the case. I was right. He must have listened to me. So we're back into green flag racing conditions here in Spa. We're now on to lap 11 of 22. We have 12 more laps to go. And it's Flex that leads by 7.5, make that 0.8 ahead of CJ. Not a bad restart there. Not a bad restart from the both of them either, of him and Goldfinch. Bud Muddy Wombat, though, has been caught sleeping. He's down by 1.6 seconds. Make that 1.7 and 1.8. He is all the way down behind Goldfinch. Car's making the... Oh, it's Finch! Oh, dearie me. Had a bit of a moment there coming through Erosion Radion. Up towards now the Lacombe. Flex right now leading by 1.2 seconds. He must have some long legs on that McLaren. He pulled away by about a couple of tenths to CJ. Yeah, so I think that McLaren might have some straight line speed. Or something. Ozzy and Greco side by side through Lacombe. Oh, as Ozzy gets past, only just. Chris and Kush side by side through Rivage. Looks like Chris has the inside line. As I could get a better angle than that. There you go. Chris gets ahead of Kush up into 7th place. And up in the Chris restart for CJ though. Down by 1.2 seconds, and he's got Goldfinch all over the back of him. The man that's also fighting the championship with Flex in this Tier 1 championship in Pacific Racing League. But the good news is for them, because K-Money is all the way down to 10th, this is a good opportunity for them, excuse me, a good opportunity for them to get some points, and hopefully, for their sake, also try to keep this championship alive. Oh, CJ really had a bad run there out of Blanchemont's skips. Lost a few positions there. He's down to 9. Make that 10th. And there goes K-Money. He's off the outside of the track, though. Oh, my goodness me. What happened between those guys? So, I'm guessing Ships must have had a moment there coming out of Stavolo. Lost a few positions there. And then, obviously, you saw there, losing out 4 places in that span. Let's see here. Does Finch go on the attack? CJ is losing time. Look at the run that Finch has got up the hill compared to the Alpine. And look at the speed. He's got 2. Straight line speed, no DRS, just old-fashioned passing. Finch now moves up into second. Nicely done there by Goldfinch. That's also crucial for him for the sake of this championship as well. Trying to make up as many places as he can. His next target for him will be Flex, if he can catch it, but it looks like Flex has been one of the more consistent drivers so far for tonight. Oh, Bevo's out! He's crashed out. Same area that Tinselman has crashed. And we've got another safety car deployed. Our second safety car of the race. Bevo has lost control at the exit of turn 8, and that is his race officially done, or 7. Flex has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Oh my goodness me. He has got a drive-through. He will have to serve it within 3 laps of green flag racing. He's got another one too. He's got 2 of them now. 2 drive-through penalties. He will definitely have to serve them both. Otherwise he will be disqualified. And this is really going to hurt his championship by a mile. Oh no! I don't know if the Delta may have screwed him or what. Of course, knowing this game, that has happened a lot to us. Oh my goodness me! For the context of the championship, I think Flex's championship hopes could possibly go out the window. Aussie and Purple and Junkyard Dog are coming back into the pit lane. Oh my giddy aunt. That is supremely heartbreaking for Flex. I can't imagine what he's I can't imagine what he's feeling right now. Honestly. He's got not 1 but 2 drive-throughs to serve. 2 of them. I don't know if he didn't read the Delta or if the game... I mean, there's always a possibility the game shafted him. Always a possibility. Wow. Unbelievable. So, probably by the time Flex goes into the pits, it's gonna be then, I'm guessing the top 3 will be then Finch, CJ, and Mighty Wombat. Well, there you go. Wow. That's just supremely heartbreaking. Alright, so even though the field will catch back up, I have a feeling the game's going to register that we'll have to do another lap under the safety car. Oh, unless it does decide, let's go and pull the plug and get the safety car back in. Yeah, no, it's not coming in yet. I don't think. If it did, it would have done it at that second sector split. So, yeah, it's telling me that we're going to go for another lap. Honestly, why doesn't it have to do that? Like, if the field is already caught up, like, even though this track is supremely long, why not just go ahead and get everyone back, get the safety car in, and get back into green flag conditions? I don't know. Game's good. I guess the game knows better than me, I suppose. Oh. Oh my, oh my. How the tables have turned here in this race. All because of Flex's drive-through penalty. 2 drive-through penalties, mind you. So by the time the safety car will come back in, we'll have 8 laps left. in the race. Purple and... Oh, what's happened here? Ozzy was on the inside curve there. Doggy was... He's going quite slowly there. What's he doing? He's getting back going again. Did he make a mistake or what? Strange. Yeah, because I noticed there was an exchange between him and Ozzy at the source. Oh. Oh my goodness me. And also, if there's anyone that is watching through the Discord, I did put the stream link in there. It's through my personal YouTube channel, not through the PRLs, obviously, if you're wondering why, of course. Because, yeah, like I mentioned, well, the first part of the stream before it cut out, yeah, Danny Rick had trouble getting into the lobby, and I pretty much raised my hand asking if anyone wanted help, so I stepped in. But yeah, I don't have access to the PRL channel, so that's why I'm streaming it through my personal channel. That's okay, it happens. Oh, maybe they'll just put all that stuff back in. Maybe they'll put that all the clips there from anything I did for this race, put that in the PRL channel, so you can watch it back through there. And you have full permission to do that, Aussie, or whoever's in charge of the channel, if you are listening. You have permission to do that, obviously. Safety car is coming in this lap. We will have 8 more laps once the field gets across the line again, and get back into green. Now what does Flex do here? Because he's got drive-through penalties he has to serve. He's got 2 of them. Yeah, he's gonna be a long way, but fine. He would have to hope for a late safety car in order for him to get back into the race. Alright, let's see here. He's warming his tires, maybe about. See what happens here as they make their way to the bus stop chicane. Does Flex go? Looks like he is. He's not going yet. He's not going. He's still not going, he's going now. We're back under green. Here at Spa. CJ, though, read that restart like a book, and he's past Finch, I think, into turn 1. Down the inside there, trying to get past. Oh, can he do it? Not quite. I don't think he had the traction there to get past Goldfinch. Finch is still alongside him, though. Making the way up towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Mighty Wombat, though, has lost a bit of ground. He was behind the 2, but he's lost out a chunk of time. Oh, CJ nearly has a moment there. The exit of Radion. But Finch is now on the back of his rival, Flex, as they make their way towards the Coombe. Oh, Flex trying to hold the inside, but Finch will have the other inside line into the second part of the chicane. He loses the back end there, but he stays it. Does he try to stay there? Oh, goodness me, that's so close between the 2. Flex though holds on, but CJ goes into the inside of Ravage. He's gonna get second, I think, or does Goldfish fire back into No Name? The answer is no. CJ around the outside into No Name. What a spectacular move! CJ though lost, or not CJ, Flex lost the back end, but what's a move by CJ? Around the outside of No Name. He's up into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. What a spectacular move. In these sort of conditions, mind you. Back end money, trying to get past Chris. Around the outside into the second chicane. He'll have the inside line though. He gets past the Aston Martin, he's up into 6th. He's got Kush now for company in front of him. He's got 2 Red Bulls in front of Kush and Mighty Wombat as they make their way up towards Stavelo. Sorry, not Mighty Wombat, Flex, right behind the AlphaTauri, who loses time, loses the back end there at Stavelo, and he gets past him into 2nd place. And this is CJ absolutely loving life. He's up by 1.3 seconds due to this fighting, but I think he's lost a bit of time apparently. Maybe he made a mistake or something. Through the bus stop chicane, Flex is not serving his drive-through penalty. He's going to continue on racing as long as he possibly can, from the way it looks. He's allowed to do that. Kush looking to the outside of Mighty Wombat. Can't find a way past. Has to stay behind. Oh, and down the inside goes El Greco on skips, or ships, or whatever you want to call them. Sorry if I keep butchering your name, but he goes down the inside, he pushes him off, and that allows J-Dog to get past him into 8th place at La Source. But Ships has lost now a chunk of time and positions because of that move. And El Greco's now got a 3-second time penalty for cutting Eau Rouge. Kush on the back of Mighty Wombat. There is K-Money, our current championship leader. Oh, as Greco has had a moment apparently. That's before. How has he done the mistake there? That was at before Lacombe. How was he? I don't know. Well, he's left the session. I don't know. I'll never explain. I don't know how to explain that one, I guess. Finch on the back of Flex, making the way through Pouon. To the fast left-hander. Of course, it's fast in the drive, but in these sort of conditions, it's a bit of a nightmare. Making the way through the second chicane. 4th gear, around the second chicane. He has to get past Flex, though, as quickly as possible, Goldfinch does. Making the way up towards turn 14, sorry. Yellow flags are out. That's for a Mercedes. I think that might have been purple. I think at the second chicane that caused the yellow flags. Flex still on the back of CJ. He's closing in on him, though. But remember, he's got that drive-through penalty that he has to serve. He has to serve it within 3 laps. I think the next time by, if he doesn't serve it this lap, he'll have to serve it the next one. Yep, he's going in. He's going to the pits to serve the drive-through penalty. CJ now, it's now CJ from Goldfinch to Mighty Wombat in 3rd. Then it's Kush. Oh, hang on. Other cars are coming in, apparently. Oh, yeah. J-Dog's in. Same as Ships. He's in 2. A few drivers come into the pits already. Finch, though, has lost time, I've just noticed. He was now down by 2.1 seconds. It was way less than that last time I checked. Wet tires at the go for well, Doggy's already been on those tires for a while, but J-Dog and Ships, they are now onto the wet tires. I'm guessing El Greco's AI will do the same thing. So I'm guessing now this might be the time to go onto the wets. Although, it could either benefit for the wet runners or not. Let's wait and see. But Doggy, though, I've noticed has closed in a bit. He's closed a few tenths. Oh, I've noticed compared to Purple. My Wombat trying to hang on for 3rd, at least for the moment. He's got Kush behind, who's 1.2 seconds behind. He's got K-Money behind him as well, who has got a 3-second time penalty. He really loses the back end there, Pouon. I've noticed there. Finch, 1.8, 1.9 seconds behind CJ, making the way around turn 14, up towards Savalo we go. Right now he just needs to not make any sort of mistakes for the sake of the championship. That's the main thing. No mistakes. He has to... Oh, well, that's cost him there. A 3-second time penalty for running wide at Blanchimont. He used all the outside curve there. Yellow flags are out, and that is purple at the exit of Stavilo, I think. That's caused the yellow flags. So now what Finch has to do is, if he wants to win this, he has to get past CJ and gain 3 seconds. Flex goes back into the pits to serve his second drive-through penalty. Mighty Wombat, I've noticed, has lost about a second to Goldfinch. So he must have made a mistake somewhere. Kushas, I think, made a mistake too. He's lost now a few tenths compared to Mighty Wombat as they made their way up through Eau Rouge and Radion. And there is Money, back end Money right behind. He's got a 3-second time penalty up to his name, but fortunately for the Red Bulls, for their sake, they don't have a penalty, so even the case is that Money does pass him, he would have to gain 3 seconds ahead of him. Finchy, though, he's closed in more, apparently. It's now 1 second. It was 1.8 the last time I checked. And that was about over a quarter of the lap ago. It's now about 1.1 seconds, making the way through No Name up towards now Pouon. 1.1 seconds is the gap. Mighty Wombat, though, has not closed in. It doesn't look like he's going to, from the way it looks. Even if he can, he's got 4.6 seconds behind Goldfinch. So he's looking like a solid third. Kushto has lost a bit more time, apparently, to his teammate, as Money is now closing in. Right now he's in 5th, as you can see on the timing sheets. 5 more laps to go. Next time by, we'll have 4 more laps to go. For a race that's supposedly the longest track of the calendar, it feels like it's gone quick. Not gonna lie. 1 second now. Flex now overtakes Cherry Dog. That's for 10th place. At least all he can do is just salvage from whatever he's got. Around the bus stop chicane, up towards Blossaurus. We will now have 4 more laps remaining here at Spa. Okay, I'm getting rid of that comment there. Hello, Vegan, by the way. Sorry if I didn't pay attention to anyone in the chat. Yeah, good to see I have my own little bot, apparently, a little sex bot. Goodness me. 4.5 tenths separating the top 2. Finch, though, has got to get past CJ as quickly as possible and then gain 3 seconds. Unless CJ2 gets a 3-second time penalty, then it's even game between the top 2. Back end Money on the back still of Kush. Aussie, though, has closed in. It looks like he's going for it. No. I thought he was looking for a move. He went to the right side for a brief moment, then he decided, nope. Do the wise thing and stay behind. Yeah, of course, with these sort of conditions, it is difficult to pass. Yeah, because you need the traction, you need to follow as much as you can. At least with these cars, you can follow easier, but there are still, of course, dirty air that has to be compromised in that sort of process. Not as bad, though, as what it was from the old cars. 5.5 tenths. Separating the top 2. Where will Goldfinch go for this? He's got a really good run compared to CJ. Really solid run. Looking, doesn't commit. As Chris and Aussie. Oh, Aussie's at another spin. Same corner again. The 3rd time he spun there at the exit of Stavilo. And Purple's been overtaken by Flex. That's for 9th. We'll keep our eyes on the battle for the lead. Nice run there by CJ. Finch still using battery, trying to close in. Making the way up through Rouge Rayon. This is where Finch has looked really strong, is in these sort of technical sections of the track. Using slipstream, now using battery, but he's not really in the position to fight. CJ, though, cuts him off. Uses the curb there. Still hangs on, though. It's a fair credit. Finch looking. Can't commit. Stays behind. Around Rivage. Up towards No Name. We have 3 more laps left here in Spa. Chips gets a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. All the way down in 12th place at the moment. Around Pouon. Up towards the 2nd chicane. To 11. Then 12. 5th gear. Keeping it 5th gear. Oh, jeez. I like a little bit of snap there. Around turn 13. Up towards Stavilo. Oh, gee whiz. These cars nearly had the moment there. Here we go, here comes Finch. He's got a whole heap of speed, but doesn't close in enough to make a move. What about in the bus stop chicane? Entry speed of 313 kilometers an hour. Doesn't have them anywhere to get through. Aussie gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and same with Jerry Dog as well. 2 more laps left. Up towards the source. Does he peak? Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. Around turn 1. Up towards now The old pitch straight. They both had a moment there at the exit of turn 1. You see, CJ though had a very good exit at turn 1. But this is where Finch has been strong through Eau Rouge. Look at the speed he's got. He's got the downforce to get through, but he doesn't have the momentum to get past. He just doesn't have enough speed. But he's using battery though. He's closing in. He's closing in into Lacombe. Here we go. To the outside comes the AlphaTauri. This is critical for him. To the inside line as well, the second part of Lacombe. He'll have the outside line though. Does he make the move stick? He'll use the outside curb, but they're still fighting, heading towards Rivage. The Alpine has the inside line, and CJ still holds them off. But he runs a bit wide though. CJ though still covers them off though through Rivage. Very nicely done there by the Alpine driver. He still keeps the position. Back end money now overtakes Kush at turn 8. That is for 4th. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Goldfinch, CJ still battling, excuse me, through the second chicane. If CJ though does get another penalty, this will be even game. Finch has to get by and gain 3 seconds. But it's looking like that chance might be a bit grim for the AlphaTauri. But he's got to do it now if he wants to do anything. He's very, very close. Heading towards Blanchimont. 1 1/4 laps remain as they make their way up towards the bus stop. He's looking to the outside. CJ again plants the car absolutely beautifully on the inside to defend the AlphaTauri. Nicely done yet again by CJ. Still hangs on. Making the way up towards the source. CJ defending aggressively. Finch going to the outside. CJ tries to cover him up. I don't think though he's going to hold him up for much longer. I think Finch might have the better run. Here we go up towards Eau Rouge. He gets ahead, but he has to gain 3 seconds as we're on to the final lap. As I nearly hit my controller. Up towards now the Kemmel Straight. Finch is now your race leader, but he has to gain 3 seconds and quickly. Here we go, up towards Lacombe chicane, excuse me. CJ still hanging on. Remember, he has to be within 3 seconds unless he gets a 3-second time penalty. If he does get a 3-second time penalty, then that might be game over for the Alpine unless something else happens. Around No Name, up towards now Pouon. And the gap right now is sitting at half a second, and that gap is steadying at half a second. So far he's looking okay. He's keeping the car within the white lines. Oh, don't touch that curb, otherwise you would have spun. You would have spun if he'd done that. To the second chicane. Nicely done there by both cars. Nicely done. Oh, that didn't look healthy though from CJ. To the second chicane. Around Stavolo. We've now got a few more cars remaining here for the top 2. Aussie overtaking Chris as for 6th. So it's going to be looking like Goldfinch will get him on will be dropped down to 2nd based off penalties. But in the end, it's going to be CJ from the way it looks that'll take the win here at Spa. Around the final corner now. Finch will cross the line first, but it is CJ that will take the checker flag and win the Belgian Grand Prix. Finch will claim 2nd, and Mighty Wombat will get 3rd. Our championship leader, K-Money, will finish down to 5th because of penalties as well. So Kush will now take it for 4th. Then it is Chris, Aussie, and Flex, unless they change because of penalties, which I think will be the case. Yep. Flex now overtakes the both of them. He's up to 6th. Chris and Aussie move down to 7th and 8th. Purple will finish in 9th. Not a bad effort there from the Mercedes-Benz. Finishing in 9th place overall here at Spa for tonight. Doggy will come in at 10th. That's J-Dog, who's got a destroyed front wing. And Ships also has the destroyed front wing. But he will overtake the AI of Greco. And there we are. Race done and dusted. Hopefully I didn't do too bad for my commentary debut in PRL. Back in money, driver of the day. Of course, he did start from near the back of the grid. We'll see how many positions he gained. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate that. On to the corridor celebration. CJ will take victory here at Spa. Finchy, though, second place for him, even though I think he wanted the win. But, of course, for the sake of the championship, he will close the gap a little bit in the championship race between him and K-Money. But he will overtake Flex in the championship. Mighty Wombat, not a too bad effort as well. Finishing in third. A very quiet race for Mighty Wombat. But, yeah, not a bad effort indeed. And, well, there are the unofficial results. CJ also claims fast slap, so he gets the full complement of points. He takes victory here at Spa, followed by Goldfinch, then Mighty Wombat, Kush, K-Money, Flex, Chris, Ozzy, Purple, J-Dog, Junkyard Dog, J-Dog then. I gotta remember the two dogs. Ships, Greco, Bevo, and Tinselman. Unfortunately, are the two DNFs here in this race. Alright, well, I'm not sure if they do interviews, but if they do, I might as well invite them anyway. So, I'll be back in just a few seconds. Let's see here. I don't think I have CJ as a friend, so I'll add him on here. CJF 20. I think that's him. Yep, there he is. Alright, then we'll add Finchy and Wombat. Oh, of course my Wombat is not appearing online. There you are. Alright. I'll see if they want to join. Yeah, not bad race to commentate, even though it was a bit of a mess to start off with, but it is what it is. But yeah, it was a decent Belgian Grand Prix. Hello there, Finch, by the way. And Mighty Wombat, and CJ. Let me turn off my headset volume real fast. Alright, do you guys have your voice share? I think I know two of you do, but CJ, do you have yours shared? I don't know if you... Okay, cool. Alright, so we might as well start from the bottom and work our way up. So, we'll start off with our third place finisher, Mighty Wombat.
Hello.
Yeah, well, this is interesting. I'm not your teammate on this occasion. I'm now in a different spot here. But, yeah, well, you had a bit of quiet race. Of course, qualifying, I don't think it looked like you were at where you wanted to be, but overall, you kept it clean from the way it looked. Yeah, and how was your experience over at Spa?
The race was okay. I had a very dry setup. Actually, invalidated my last lap in qualifying, but was running a 1:43.4, so that was disappointing. But then the race was all good until it rained, and then there was no way I could keep up with Vinci and CJ. They're just hanging out behind them. Good race.
Yeah, yeah, I did quite notice that too. You had some moments there where like you looked a bit unstable and thinking like, I was like, yeah, you might be running on a bit of a dry setup. Was the weather gonna get worse though at some stage of the race? Because I mean, I never got a weather report, so I didn't know what was going.
It was supposed to get a little worse and then better, and then supposedly even dry up at the end, but that never happened. The dry up part. It did get a little worse in the middle though.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I mean, overall though, I mean, there wasn't too much otherwise you had happen. Otherwise, it seemed like you had a very quiet race. You didn't.
Yep.
You kept out of trouble. I mean, that seems like the
just
typical.
Driving around.
I mean, that seems like the typical self I've known you. You seem to keep out of trouble. But no, you did a good job though overall. A very respectable third. Unfortunately though, with Flex's drive-through though, obviously that I think that could have changed a bit. But I mean, it is what it is.
That's what I can get.
Exactly. Especially for fighting for top 5 in the championship. Well, one more question to you. Well, next week we're gonna head to Barcelona. How do you think you're gonna fare there?
Should be alright. Hoping for another top 5, but we'll just see. It all depends on weather.
Yeah, I do enjoy Catalonia as well, but hopefully there'll be a decent race. Of course, we know Spain isn't everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations though on your
Thank you.
third place. All right, we'll move on to our second place finisher, Finchy. Hello. You had a bit of battles in the top 3. Of course, you had some fighting between yourself, Flex, and CJ. Unfortunately, though, you had a 3-second time penalty, though that definitely cost you towards the end. Yeah. But you must be a little bit happy, though, to at least close up a bit in the championship between yourself and K-Money.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the result compared to my rivals. Honestly, if we're being honest, I have given up on back, and I'm just focusing on Flex. I'm trying to be pull a Leclerc and not get a third place, just at least get second.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The drive through the Flex got, that was so unfortunate. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
That really helped my race there.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get one. He got like 2 drive-through penalties. I noticed. Yeah, there was. Yeah, because it prompted up twice for me.
The game glitched. It gave him 2 even though he took 1.
Wow.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, of course I should know about this stupid game. But yeah, no. But no, qualifying looked like it was respectable. I mean, it was close between you and Flex for a little while. But yeah, were you happy with your qualifying pace, or do you think you could have done a little bit better?
No, I didn't really have much confidence in quality. I'll be honest, because I think you noticed I've been testing the medium traction, apparently. I didn't notice until maybe lap 5 I had medium traction on.
Oh.
I didn't even notice it. And I ended up turning it off mid-race. It was, I don't know if yeah. But, yeah, I definitely felt it in quality.
Oh, that makes sense why you had some good runs compared to CJ. Because I noticed, like, through Eau Rouge and Belgium, you had a whole heap of speed compared to him.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was the one thing I noticed. Like, he had more pace than me in most of the track until we got to, Blanchimont and Eau Rouge. It just seemed he didn't carry as much speed as me through there, and I was pushing through both those corners every time because that was where I gained the most time.
Yeah. Well, one final question to you. Of course, like I mentioned to Mighty Wombat, we're going to Catalonia. How do you think of fair there around Spain?
I like Spain, definitely better than Spa, and we're not using low wings there, so I should be alright. I should be comfortable at least.
Well, whatever happens in the championship, hopefully I'll get to witness a little bit more, because it actually was pretty decent racing overall, especially from first commentary gig. But congratulations. But no, congratulations though on your second place, and good luck to you for the remaining part of the championship.
Thank you.
No problem. And now we move on to a race winner, CJ. Well, you had a pretty good race overall. You had a great start. Towards the start of the race, you went from like 3rd to 2nd, I believe, and then you were just flying the top 3. You had decent pace. How was your race overall, you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good. As soon as I saw Finch, and Finch faster than me around every track. I mean, in fact, I steal his setup, so I knew he's faster than me no matter what. But as soon as I saw him start on the hards, I knew at least I had a chance to get a better start and get through, get at least in 2nd place behind Flex. And then from there on in, just worked on staying on Flex's DRS, and then all the safety cars came out, and I was just trying to either keep Finchy behind or, just stay behind him at different parts of the race. It was a lot of fun.
And then probably the best move I've ever seen so far in those intermediate conditions. You went around the outside of Flex at No Name. In intermediate conditions. I thought that was probably one of the best moves I've seen around that corner of that particular part of the racetrack. You must have been very satisfied with that.
It definitely was good. I won't lie. Me, Flex, and Ozzy were all in a chat. So as soon as I dove down the inside of Flex, I think the turn before that downhill right-hander, that little hairpin, as soon as I dove down there, because Flex had the drive-through, he was just like, go around my outside, and so I just gave him space. And again, he was running more of a dry setup, and I was running more of a wet setup. So luckily, it was inters in that condition, so I had more grip than him, at least in sector 2.
Yeah. No, but overall though, you also didn't get a penalty, which also helped you as well. So, congratulations on your win. But one more final question to you, as I mentioned to everyone else. Next, we were heading to Catalonia. How do you think you're gonna fare there?
I'm just counting on Finchy for a good setup, and then once Finchy gives me a good setup, hopefully it'll work well.
I wouldn't count on that, but we'll see.
Hey, Finchy, I've been counting you all year. It's been working out so far.
That's pretty good.
Well, congratulations to you both, though. It was actually a good race to watch, though. And you're
I want to say that those conditions towards the end, when we were on enters, it got wetter, like wet, and Jeff.
Oh, it was full wet, yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me that it wet for a while, and that was the worst conditions I've ever driven in this game.
Dude, every fucking lap, Jeff was telling me, pit this lap. I'm like, Jeff, if you don't shut the fuck up, dude, I'm staying out and crying up at the end of the race.
Those conditions were so hard not to crash. I couldn't believe how hard it was.
Yeah, I noticed a few of the other drivers went into the wets, like towards the end. But yeah, I thought I was had a suspicion like if it was getting worse, but I wasn't like 100% sure when I was watching. But anyway, no, congratulations to you both, and yeah, good luck to you next week as well for both of your races.
Thanks for the commentary, Katie. Appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. And with that, Chad, I think that'll wrap it up. So we've got 2 more races to go in the championship, and yeah, I'm happy that I managed to at least get a stream for this. Of course, we had a bit of trouble, like I mentioned, with Danny Rick, but I'm sure he'll be back next week for the remaining parts of the championship. But I was happy to substitute for you guys for tonight. Until then, I've been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you in the back of the main channel, by the way, for PRL. Round 14 of the championship at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, for the Spanish Grand Prix. Until then, it is goodbye.